All right, so Warhammer 40K internet was kind of on fire the last couple of days because of this ultimate guide encyclopedia that came out from Warhammer 40K. And I reported on this here, and of course they label certain orders of Adeptus Custodes as brotherhoods. And it started going viral because of one channel that was reporting that Games Workshop is rolling back the female Custodes because of this. Now, the female Custodes were introduced earlier this year, I guess. It's still 2024. And in April, and they said it had always been that way. They then doubled down on it when they came out with their Tithe animated short, where they actually showed one. And so this is kind of a contradictory message. But I was looking into it. Something felt kind of off about it, and it's, here's the truth about it, guys. And I wish I was reporting good news. I wish Games Workshop was actually working for us. But you got to remember, these are woke monsters. They're not people, and SJWs always double down. We'll get into this in just a moment. Please hit the like and subscribe button as we talk about all things Warhammer 40K, and of course, especially with all science fiction. I'm a writer myself. And if you like Warhammer 40K, if you like some badass space crusading, check out my Justified Saga of the Nano Templar. This trilogy right here, guys, is awesome. It's action-packed. It's everything you want. Everything Games Workshop used to provide with Black Library books, and of course, very highly rated and reviewed. And I really appreciate you guys making this such a tremendous success this year. So we just came out with the audiobook for Book 2. And so you can get it on audio for the first 2 books. Third book's audio has been approved. We're waiting on Amazon to put that up. Should be after the first of the year. So you'll have 3 audiobooks ready if you want very, very soon. Otherwise, it is all out on Kindle and paperback. You can buy those right now. Support our channel. Support our efforts in creating a different universe. That's a lot of fun. There's some twists coming very, very soon for you guys, and I really appreciate you for reading. Thank you so much. It is in the description below, and thank you again. All right. So like I said, this is what happened. This book came out, and right here, this is the language that people were talking about, saying that Games Workshop is rolling back the situation with the female Custodes. And this says, Guardians of the Emperor. This is about the Custodes. As a legion of exceptional individuals, the Adeptus Custodes are less regimented than other Imperial forces, with promotion based entirely on merit. The Captain General leads, aided by a group of 10 tribunes. Below the tribunate, commanders of individual forces known as shield captains. Armies or shield hosts are formed from across all 5 orders. Dozens of other sub-organizations, brotherhoods, and groupings run through the orders, such as Companions, Wardens, Shadowkeepers, or Solar Watch. So if you're looking right here, what was focused on very, very heavily was the word brotherhoods. And it was being said that because this was in there, obviously brotherhood means male. That means these are all male Custodes. Now, immediately I read this and I was like, well, it says sub-organizations, brotherhoods, and groupings. So there are some brotherhoods that are brotherhoods within this, but there's groupings also, right? Now, in the 10th edition codex here, it said that they were gatherings now. They changed the word from brotherhood to not gender it anymore. Ugh. Yes, we got to remove the gendering. And that's what started this whole deal. Now, this is written by Gav Thorpe. Gav Thorpe's been a longtime guy at Games Workshop. And I immediately reported, he left Games Workshop in 2008. And I also reported this is not a Games Workshop product, this Ultimate Guide. You can see it doesn't have Games Workshop's logo on it. It's got DK. It's a side publisher that specializes in guides and stuff. And so this is what it is. Now, it doesn't invalidate it, anything like that, but Gav Thorpe is not an employee currently of Games Workshop at all. Now, when I got criticism for pointing this out, saying, this isn't even published by Games Workshop, this doesn't mean anything with Games Workshop, and naturally, like the people who wanted to attack me, I'm used to it, started saying, oh, Gav Thorpe's still writing for Black Library. This is Games Workshop approves these, so they totally knew this. And I'm like, well, I don't think so. I've actually written licensed work before, and I've worked on the process. And so when I licensed something, what I did is I worked for a game called Star Realms, which is a great game, by the way. And it's they have a card game and an app. And it's space combat, so you'll probably like it if you like Warhammer also. You might play. If you're a Star Realms player, let me know in the description below too. Love to hear from you because I love playing, even still. But Star Realms, I talked back and forth with them about doing a novel for them. And what happened was I worked with a publisher. I gave them an idea. They approved the idea. Then I gave them an outline. They approved the outline. Once the outline was approved, it was given to an editor within the publisher, and the editor actually went through and combed everything and made changes and all that. The people from Star Realms didn't actually go through and do any like line-by-line changes or anything like that at that point. It was all the editor within the publisher. And that's what normally happens because the publisher makes sure that people they trust are in there, and then the publishers, get their sort of like level of trust that they're given in the contracts. So at this point, like Games Workshop, was not going line by line to see if the word Brotherhood was in here. That's absurd. I got attacked over this, like I said, and it obviously didn't happen. But even with this, it says there's other groupings and sub-organizations also, so it doesn't actually have the implication that people are saying to begin with. I'm sorry to say, I wish it was the case. Trust me, and this is why I got people mad at me, because a lot of wish fulfillment happens. You see this type of stuff a lot. I see that the new Marvel movie's not that woke, and the people really want to be fans of these things. Again, the same people are in charge. These are all woke activists, and I was right, it turns out. So as it comes, the author confirms that the female Custodes are still a part of Warhammer, that he had nothing to do with this. So he actually posted about this because everybody was talking about the groupings and brotherhoods. See, this is where it came from. It came from Wokehammer Els. Now, when Wokehammer Els posted it, I love that account, by the way. If you don't follow them on X, you should. He just pointed at this, it was kind of like a shit post. He didn't actually make a commentary about it or anything. The commentary came from somebody else who was trying to stir up on this. And so it was somebody who didn't really do his research, and this is why our channel's trusted here, because we do our research. And it continues through here. So in here, the custodian used the name granted to him upon his investiture, right? So Gav Thorpe just used the words he always uses, and this is again what it confirms is that the Custodes always used to be male, and that the people who used to work on Warhammer and used to work at Games Workshop always considered it an all-male order. Again, vindicated on that front. Games Workshop tried to lie to us and gaslight us over this, saying it had always been this way, when it's obviously a lie, right? And this double proves that this is a lie once again. We have the old codices of this, which say that as well. But here's what Gav Thorpe says. Just confirming, because of all the ruckus with the DK book, female Custodes are still a part of Warhammer, right? Yes, of course they are. This is the author of this, okay? Not every miniature is included. I don't recall exactly. We may have already finished that section when the series and miniatures went public. DK didn't have access to pre-release picks. Now, there have been no female Custodes miniatures that have been released yet. So I don't know if Gav, who does not work there currently, has any inside information on that. Maybe he does. And that could mean that female Custodes miniatures are in the works, which is not good for Games Workshop. It could actually be even worse than we thought, because originally they were not making any miniatures. It was just going to be a lore thing that's in the background, and then of course they went on with the tithe, and it was just about them disrespecting the lore. But miniatures might be in the work. That's what this says. It might be even worse of a double down for the female Custodes than we originally thought. So it's quite the opposite of what people are reporting, that this is a thing. What's interesting is the guy who attacked me over this, who is really trying to blow this up, is now saying what I was saying, that, Gav Thorpe doesn't work for the company. He doesn't know anything. Well, that's what I said when the dude attacked me to begin with, and he said it was very weird. But that's the thing. As I said, this is not a license. This is just a licensed product. It is not Warhammer 40K, even though it says him, even though it feels good, even though it obviously respects the old lore, and they wrote it to respect the old lore. And Gav Thorpe's now walking back to toe the Games Workshop line, which is very sad that he won't speak up about this. But, this is people working for woke companies. They do so. Maybe he's woke himself. I don't know. But clearly, Games Workshop is very much going forward and disrespecting their lore, trying to feminize the game, trying to make things more woke. They haven't changed. The people there haven't changed. And with them now having a Prime Video, Amazon money backing, it's actually going to get worse. It's not going to get better. So let's temper our enthusiasm here. I want to believe too, my friends. I really do. But this is the truth. We tell the truth here about what's going on. And Warhammer 40K is a woke nightmare. It really is. It's been that way for a while. It's not coming back. When these people destroy what you love, they don't just turn around because they see profits drop or anything like that. They don't care. They don't care about the gamers. In fact, they hate the gamers. They show it at every single turn. So sad stuff, but here we are. Leave a comment down below with what you think about this. Hit the like and subscribe button. Do check out my books on Amazon, my friends. If you enjoy Warhammer 40K, like I said, this is space crusading. It's a ton of action. You're going to love it. Grab the audiobook for Sanctified if you already grabbed this audiobook back in the day when you were with me. Really appreciate you guys for being there, or the whole trilogy. Really appreciate it. See you.